Throughout history, the Palestinian identity has been shaped by centuries of culture, heritage, and resilience. But the struggle for recognition, sovereignty, and justice continues in the modern world. In this video, we explore the history and modern-day struggles of the Palestinian identity, a story that has transcended generations, borders, and global politics. The story of Palestine begins long before the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948. The land of Palestine, historically part of ancient civilizations, was home to various peoples for thousands of years. In the early 20th century, the concept of Palestinian identity began to emerge as a distinct national consciousness. This was a time when Arabs across the Middle East were fighting for independence from Ottoman rule and the subsequent impact of European colonialism. Under Ottoman rule, Palestine was part of a larger Arab region. However, the collapse of the Ottoman Empire during World War I brought European powers into the region, notably the British through the Balfour Declaration of 1917, which promised the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, setting the stage for future conflict. As the British mandate took hold, tensions escalated between Jewish immigrants and the Arab population. Palestinian Arabs began to organize, forming political movements to advocate for their rights to self-determination and independence. In the 1930s and 1940s, this nationalism began to take on a more unified and distinct form, with the emergence of groups like the Arab Higher Committee. Despite growing unrest, the creation of the State of Israel in 1948 resulted in the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. An event known as the Nakba, or catastrophe, more than 700,000 Palestinians were forced from their homes, and the Palestinian refugee crisis began, which continues to this day. Following the 1948 Nakba, Palestinians sought refuge in neighboring countries like Lebanon, Jordan, and Syria, while others remained in what would become the occupied territories. The Palestinian Liberation Organization PLO was founded in 1964 to unite various Palestinian factions under one banner, with the goal of achieving national self-determination. Throughout the late 20th century, the Palestinian struggle took on many forms, from diplomatic efforts to armed resistance. One of the most notable events was the First Intifada in 1987, a grassroots uprising against Israeli occupation in the West Bank and Gaza. This marked a pivotal moment in the Palestinian fight for independence and recognition on the world stage. In 1993, the Oslo Accords offered a glimmer of hope. It was the first time Palestinian leaders and Israel officially negotiated a peace process, with the aim of establishing two states. The creation of the Palestinian Authority was seen as a step towards self-governance for Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza. However, the Oslo Accords did not bring the lasting peace many had hoped for. Instead, tensions escalated with the Second Intifada in 2000 and the failure to address key issues like the status of Jerusalem, refugees, and borders left both sides entrenched in conflict. Today, Palestinians continue to face hardships. The West Bank remains under Israeli occupation, with settlements expanding and separating communities. Gaza, governed by Hamas since 2007, is under an Israeli blockade, resulting in dire humanitarian conditions. The dream of an independent Palestinian state seems increasingly distant, with political division and violence hindering the peace process. But despite these challenges, Palestinian identity remains strong. It is a symbol of resilience, rooted in culture, tradition, and a deep connection to the land. Palestinians worldwide continue to fight for their rights, whether through diplomacy, activism, or creative expression. The global Palestinian diaspora also plays an essential role in raising awareness and advocating for justice. The future of Palestinian identity is uncertain, but it remains a powerful force. While the path to peace and self-determination may seem elusive, Palestinians continue to uphold their culture, history, and commitment to justice. The international community remains divided, but global movements advocating for Palestinian rights, including calls for a two-state solution or greater autonomy, are growing stronger. The Palestinian struggle is not just a political issue, it's a fight for identity, dignity, and the right to exist on one's own terms. As the world watches, the question remains, will justice and peace ever prevail? Palestinian identity is a story of resistance, survival, and hope. The road ahead is uncertain, but as long as Palestinians hold onto their heritage and dreams for a better future, their identity will continue to shape history. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more documentaries on global history and culture.